Hi, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be highlighting the fleet and we're going to start with the Class 08 shunters. Hope you enjoy. My first one, this is probably my oldest Class 08. This is a Hornby EWS, heavily weathered by my friend Dan, and this one's called Dave. I had a problem with this one, whereas the connecting rods on the side kept falling out, and I decided that a little bit of glue would hold them in, and that's worked so far. As you can see, it's detailed both ends. It doesn't have couplings, as this is literally just a display model. Although it does work, it does run. Next up, we've got a signal box special edition, limited edition I should say. This is Dapol in Network Southeast livery. I bought this at a model railway show back in about 2006-ish, I think, from the Canterbury Model Railway Show. That's hosted by the Canterbury Model Railway Society. That's an Anselm school in Canterbury, in Kent. This is when I used to live in Kent. This one I've cleaned up the backs of the wheels, taken all the chemical blacking off to make it run really, really well on a crawl. And this one is very, very effective at crawling. Doesn't get run out much. What can I say? It's a lovely loco. It's got an amazing crawl. This next one was bought in Hastings when I lived in Robertsbridge, which is just up the road from Hastings. This was bought from a little model shop which I don't think is trading anymore. As you can see, it's in DB red. Again, it's not one that gets used on the layout that often, but sometimes you'll see it on my videos. You tend to run my Class 08's cab first. The only thing I don't like about this one is a bachmann, and the connecting rods are quite in your face. They're quite heavy. They're not as fine as the Hornby ones, but it's a good runner. There's no facility for adding air pipes or anything, so if you want to do that, you've got to drill your own holes. This is the shunter that gets used on the layout the most. This is the resident shunter at Wolverton. This is Bradwell 08649. This is in Nor-Bremis colour scheme, and this originally was a Hornby TTS Class 08 in DB Schenker livery, which I had Kyle over at TRS Trains repaint for me into the Nor-Bremis livery. He's also added a driver, and this one has got the detail, like the vacuum pipes and the air pipes on one end and a Kadee coupler on the other. It's a good little loco. Like I say, it's based on the prototype that lived at Wolverton. I don't think it's there anymore, but for the time period I'm modelling, this one was active, and this one I've renamed Bradwell. So it was the resident shunter at Wolverton Works. As you can see, TRS did a nice little job on this, and he also weathered it for me at the same time. And the last of the shunters, this is BR Blue Class 8 Gronks. This is the latest purchase. This is also a bachmann model. As you can see by the chunkiness of the connecting rods on the wheels. I bought this one because I've always wanted a BR Blue Class 8. It's got no real use on my layout for the period that I model, but occasionally it gets brought out. Not the best of runners. For some reason I have to keep cleaning its wheels. I've never got down to the bottom of why it's not a great runner. All of these Class 8s are DCC fitted with a variety of different decoders. I run DCC on my layout, and they all get used occasionally, but this one very, very rarely, although there are videos out there on my channel where this one's trundling up and down. So if I want to backdate my layout to the 80s, I've got a Gronk ready to go. And on to the Class 20s. This BR Blue Bachmann Class 20 is probably one of my older models. It came sound fitted from the factory, and apart from the couplings, I've not done any modifications to it. The sound file is actually quite annoying. It's got a real whistle to it, and I can only have it on for a certain amount of time. For a loco that I've had getting on for, I don't know, 20 years now, it's proved to be quite a reliable runner. Very rarely derails, very rarely does it lose electrical pickup. So, you know, there's a lot to be said for the older models. This Harry Needle Railroad liveried version is quite a recent purchase. I bought this locally at a model shop. This one I fitted a sound chip to myself. It's a Road and Rail sound file, and I've also replaced the built-in iPhone speaker with a 20x20x7 double mega bass speaker, and this one sounds really nice. It's also got lighting both ends, which the blue one doesn't have, and it's independently switched through a function on the chip. These two run together pretty much all the time and can be seen dragging stock from the main line into the Wolverton centre sidings. And now for the Class 37s. This Colas Rail 37 was sound fitted at the factory, but I've fitted replacement speakers. There's a pair of 20x20x7 mega bass speakers from Roads and Rails in there, and as you can see, I fitted the hoses and the snowplows to the driver's end and a Kadee to the other. I really do like the Colas livery. It's a nice, bright and catching livery that lifts the colour of the layout. I will one day get round to weathering all of my stock, but it's one of those things, not enough hours in the day. This V-Train's 37 is possibly the oldest 37 I own. This one's got no sound fitted, and I haven't fitted the detail pack because I found that the V-Train's detailing packs are very difficult to fit. But it comes out occasionally. The livery's okay. I think the colours are slightly off and it looks a bit plasticky compared to the Bachmann version, but it's okay. Doesn't get run out as much as it used to, but I would never sell it. This next 37 is a bachmann, sound fitted from the factory. I've replaced the speakers with a 25 by 25 by 7 mega bass speaker, and the detailing is fitted to the driver's end, and a Kadee coupling. I think a number 18 is on the other end. This sounds really nice with a 25 by 25 mega bass speaker. And this one is Concrete Bob in the DRS livery, the Compass livery. I quite like this livery actually. It's I think it really suits the 37s. Rail Operations Group Euro Phoenix livery, Cassiopeia. This is another factory sound with upgraded speakers. This one's got a double 20 by 20 by 7 speaker fitted from Roads and Rails, and I fitted the detail and a Kadee. The Kadee's a number 18. The Euro Phoenix livery is my favourite livery at the moment. I tend to swap between this one and the DRS, but at the moment the Euro Phoenix livery is my favourite. This one was bought fairly recently, within the last 2 years. And here we have a Dutch liveried Engineers 37. This one I sound fitted myself. It's got a coastal DCC sound chip with a 25 by 25 by 7 mega bass speaker from Roads and Rails fitted. This one was bought for me as a birthday gift from my wife a couple of years ago. And as you can see, again, I fitted the detail pack to the front and the number 18 Kadee to the opposite end. I tend to fit all my locos and the first wagon or coach in a consist with Kadees, and then the rest I'll either use magnetic couplings or Fleischmann Profi couplings. This is my Bachmann load haul liveried class 37. This again is the factory sound fitted version with an upgraded speaker and detailing. This one doesn't run much. I went through a phase of buying class 37s a couple of years ago when I retired and I sold my Shogun. It's actually the proceeds from the sale of that car that allowed me to fit out the shed and pay for all the bits and pieces I needed for my layout. And lastly, this is, I think, the most recent class 37 I've bought. This was a regional exclusive model, or is a regional exclusive model, bought from a model railway shop in South Wales where I now live. This one did not come sound fitted, but I robbed a Lock Sound 3.5 chip out of another 37 which I've since sold on. And it's got a factory 100 ohm speaker in there, but I have actually got a new 100 ohm sealed speaker to go in there to replace it. Hope you enjoyed watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. And I will see you in the next video. Cheers.